morning, world. My neighbor's already walking up and down his driveway over there. Look at that sky. Wow. I need to put a ladder up so I can get on the roof and see the whole sky. I really should do that. I just came out to show you what's going on out here. It's not sun up yet, but oh boy. I'm getting ready to go out for a walk this morning. I'm getting ready to go out for a walk this morning. Everybody stand up and cheer, oh hello Rodney. You're the greatest of the greatest, the bestest of the best. Come on pretty baby, you're better than the rest. Hello, hello, hello Rodney. Yeah. I bet you didn't see that coming, did ya? Oh boy. I tell you what, that freaking coffee I think has got plenty of caffeine in it. Might have more caffeine than the good coffee. I mean, that stuff is a little heavy duty. So, did you know that dark roast coffee is usually, dark roast, at least if it's dark. There's two different types of beans, I think. There's Arabica and something else. And one of them has got more caffeine, I think, than the other. And the one with the most caffeine is the cheapest. But also, a darker roast coffee has got less caffeine than a lighter roast coffee. So I don't know what's going on. Supposedly, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You have to do your own research on that. So, oh, this thing right here, it's a bird cage. Got a bat inside there. Comes in the morning and then I put that cover over him so he'll have a nice place to hang out. So, it's the Fab Four. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. And dun 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 do 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 do. Paul and his pet pigs. Okay. That's sort of a new thing I do now. I used to just leave from the back, but now I get everything set up over here, and then I go through the kitchen and make sure that I get a nice glass of water before I go out on my walk. So it's going to be nice and fresh out there today. Well, that's where the sun is now. So that was a nice little walk. I started to get a little twinge in my knee. A little, not a twinge, it's like kind of like just a little tiny ache. And as I'm getting older in my golden years, I think, you know what? If you feel something like that, your body's telling you something. So when something like that happens, say, okay, it's time to go back. But I think I was up the hill 3 times before that happened. So, it was good. was a good little walk. It was W-A-L-K, not W-O-K. Gah. Okay. You can see I'm suited up with the cold weather gear. Oh. Change into the warm weather gear. Now that I'm back home. Now that I'm home, I can gnaw on a bone. Oh yeah. Time for breakfast. What am I going to have today? Maybe I'll have a stack of crackers, peanut butter, honey, and butter. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to have some oatmeal. I'm always reinventing stuff, you know, because I figure, you know, after thousands of years of making oatmeal, I might have a better way. So I used to put oatmeal, I don't do it so much anymore. I used to put oatmeal in a bowl and then rinse it really good to get rid of all the little tiny fragments. Because, and then someone said, well, you're getting rid of all the good stuff. So I don't know if I am or not, but I don't do that so much anymore. But I just get some water, you know, get some water, put it in a bowl. I even have a little measuring thing now. A little measuring thing. So that I know how to do it. I need to measure the water too, I guess, because, but anyway, I don't mind if it's a little watery. Because if it's a little watery, it's okay, I need water. But if it's all glommy and gucky, ooh, I can't take it. But put about a half a stick of butter in there, that'll solve that, Rodney. So, gonna have some oatmeal. Oh, and I put salt in my oatmeal. I don't know if anybody else does that or not. And someone had mentioned something about bitter coffee. If you put a little salt, just a little pinch, and try it. Don't get too radical with it. Just put a little bit in there, just a little tiny bit, and then stir it up and then taste it. If it's still bitter, put a little bit more salt, and you'll get it just right where you knock out the bitterness and you won't taste the salt. I told you about the hiccups, now I'm telling you about the salt in the coffee. You learn so much here on the wonderful Hello Rodney channel. Maybe I should turn on the lights. Yes, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. And, you know, I put some cinnamon in there too, right? But anyway, I haven't been doing that much. Anyway, it was already going. So I'll put some cinnamon in there. So I just opened it up and way too much cinnamon. So we'll see what happens with the way too much cinnamon in the oatmeal. Action. The oatmeal was like sitting on the seashore in Zanzibar. Maybe the cinnamon has attached itself to my tongue. It was a lot of freaking cinnamon in that. But it's okay. I'll make it through somehow. I'll make it through. I'll make it through a cinnamon journey of love. Okay, well, it's Monday. I was going to go to Albuquerque today, but I think I'm not going to because my vehicle is 1.5 quarts low on oil. And I'm going to take it in tomorrow. I'm just going to get a new oil change and everything, so I'll wait till Wednesday at the earliest. So anyway, I like the oatmeal kind of watery, you know. I was thinking that oatmeal can be flavored well if it's watery, because you can flavor the water. But that was too much. It's too much cinnamon. It wasn't too much while I was eating it. I was thinking, oh, that's not bad. But now that the experience is over, I can feel it on my tongue. Maybe I have a slight allergy to it. I don't know. I don't have any idea. Oh, man. Oh, if there's a guy walking up and down his driveway again. I guess he does that quite often. But it was really interesting that there's a place, it's right over there by the mailbox area. A little bit further down, I guess. By where the llamas are, in that area. These little teeny tiny, I call them growing up called piss ants. They're like these little teeny tiny ants. And they have all these little holes with the little, where they collect the little dirt, little sand pebbles, tiny ones, and put it around their hole. And they're all over. They're all up and down that area. Just on that one side of the road, right on the side. I don't know if I doubt the llamas have anything to do with it. Bringing an animal from freaking Peru or wherever they are, no telling what they brought with them. Probably a bunch of piss ants. They're going to make piss ant colonies everywhere. And they're right beside the road. They're they're putting their holes right in the asphalt. So if I can remember on my next walk, I'll take my camera. So you can see that. I woke up early this morning. I think I've been up since like about 4. I woke up and drank some tea, but couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm up. And after eating that oatmeal, I feel a little bit tired. Good morning. It's 10:30 a.m. After I took that walk, a long walk this morning, I got up real early. I can't remember what time I got out of bed. I couldn't sleep, So by the time the sun came up, I went for that walk, and then I came back and had the oatmeal, and then I freaking conked out. So this is another day. Except it's the same day. $2:46. After I had the oatmeal and everything, I had to lay down. So I'm gonna get ready to go for another walk. I did one walk this morning, so I'm gonna go and do another one. Where's my shirt? Oh, damn it. I have to find a shirt. How can I find a shirt when I have no shirt? I only need $80 to get a new shirt, so there's a little link down there. Send me $80. Oh, Rodney, you're always talking about things like that. You know I'm poor. Well, get a freaking job. Send me some money. I've got this shirt. This is kind of a crazy shirt. What's it say? Trust me, it'll fit. Let's see if it'll fit. Perfect. So I'm going to go to do another walk, and I'm going to take the camera so I can show you the little ant piles. Oh boy. What the hell? There it is. I wonder how many times I put on my shoes and socks in my entire life. Probably quite a few. It's the first time that ever happened. So, It's a little bit kind of like what it was yesterday. It's not real. It's not going to be real hot out there. It's not going to be real cool out there. But I feel like I'm going for a walk. I had some lunch. Potatoes. My usual. The potato pileup. So I'm going to go for a walk. And I've had multiple requests, over 200 requests, to continue putting on the vest on camera because everybody loves the vest. Everybody loves the vest because it's the best. See, I'm a natural born freaking songwriter. Everybody loves the best because it's the best. I mean, come on. How many of you would have thought of that? How many of you could thought of that? Don't say you were because you're a brat. See? They just roll off my tongue. I'm like a... You know, there was a girl in my hometown. I think this is the truth. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I think she was a singer. And I think she actually wrote a song that somebody in country music sang. I wasn't really into country music. But she was a girl in 5th grade. Put my camera back on the thing, tell you the story. She was a girl in the 5th grade. Oh, I can't wear my gloves. And you know those merry-go-rounds? Okay? So I kind of liked her. I thought she was real cool and all that. So, and all the girls had to wear skirts in those days. So, matter of fact, they had to wear skirts when I graduated in 1968. So anyway, there was a merry-go-round. She was on the merry-go-round. I was in the 5th grade. So I went over and jumped on the merry-go-round to sit beside her. And then she didn't want me to sit beside her, so she jumped off. But I was sitting on her skirt. Rippo! True story. As I'm walking, I didn't turn my camera on. As I'm walking, I keep hearing the camera do its go clicking in my pocket. So I guess that's how you get the butt dial thing. But anyway, oh, here's some of those things right here. I thought they were only way up there. They are. Is that thing on? These little anthills. Now this is this little colony of ants. See how fine that? It's like sand. But they're all over here, and I've never seen this before. So I don't know what it is. And we got some over here that are in the street, in the pavement, and we got some over here that are out here. So I don't get it. I really don't. Because in the rest of my walk, I didn't see them. But you can see all those little brown spots. Those are all these little anthills. But maybe these ants are different, because in the big ant piles, they have like a queen ant. So maybe these don't have queens. I don't know what they have. I don't know. If anybody wants to do some research on it, we call those things little piss ants. So I have no idea. Anyway, you can still see them up there, so anyway, later. These are the kind of anthills that I have. So, This is the top of the hill where I've been walking. You can see it's not a real steep hill, but it gives me some better exercise going uphill. I'm a little out of breath. Because, you know, when I start doing this, I really try to crank it up, because that's where you get your exercise, is by cranking it up instead of just like strolling around. Fab 4. Well, that was a nice little walk. That was a nice little walk. Except at the end, when I stopped to get some of the wood, the branches from the bottom down there, they started touching my legs and making my legs itch. Because I'm very sensitive and delicate to those kind of things. Wow. Trust me, it'll fit. And it did fit. Ugh. Oh. You know what? It's time for the hose down. And that's what you call the hose down. What are you going to do? When you're God among men, oh, oh, oh. Rodney, why don't you just shut up for once in your freaking life? Just once. Just shut up for 2 minutes. Oh, I can tell you a story about the 5th grade. Same grade I was in when I sat on the girl's skirt. The principal said, "You almost ripped her skirt off." I got sent to the principal for that. It wasn't my fault. What was I supposed to do? I didn't tell her to jump off. What, you think I planned it? But I couldn't keep my mouth shut ever. So one day in the 5th grade, I was chatting. And the teacher said, "Rodney, if you can walk out of here without saying a word, you can go home right now." So I got up and I just started walking to the door. I turned around and said, "You mean it?" And she says, "Rodney, sit down."